Wilson, and Wilkinson, and Brother Alcilli. Your presentation shall be attended to, but I shall first address a few observations to the brethren, and then call upon worshipful Brother Roy Sagunda to the necessary qualification in every candidate for the master's chair. Memorial. It has been established custom among Freemasons for every lodge once a year at a stated period to select from among those who are past wardens, experienced craftsmen, to preside over them in the capacity of master. He must have been regularly elected by the master, wardens, and brethren in open lodge assembly, and be presented to a board of installed master to receive the benefit of installation, the better to qualify him for and enable him to discharge the duties of his important trust. Worshipful Brother Roy Sagundi, as you have been thus elected and are about to be so presented, I claim your attention while I recite to you those qualifications which are essential in every candidate for the master's chair. Every candidate for the office of master ought to be of good report, true and trusty, and held in high estimation among his brethren and fellows. He must have been regularly initiated, passed, and raised in the established degrees of the order, be well skilled in the noble science, and have duly served the office of warden in a regular lodge. He ought to be exemplary in conduct, courteous in manner, easy of address, but steady and fair in principles, able and willing to undertake the management of the work, well skilled in the ancient charges, regulations, and landmarks of our order. Can you, my worthy brother, undertake the mastership of these lads on these qualifications?
I can.
Then I direct your attention to the secretary, who will read to you those ancient charges and regulations to which your unqualified assent is essential, to which you will signify by the sign of fidelity, at the same time bowing the head after its close as a token of appreciation. Pass to the pedestal and take a solemn obligation regarding your duties as master of these lads. You will kneel on your right knee. Place your right hand on the volume of your sacred law.
In the presence of the grand geometrician of the universe, and of this worthy, worshipful and warranted lodge of fellow Freemason, do agree to accept the office of master of this lodge and the duties thereof, zealously, faithfully, and impartially, to administer to the best of my skill and ability until the next regular period of election within this lodge, and until a successor shall have been duly elected and installed in my stead. I solemnly promise that I will not, either under my mastership or if the lodge have been under my direction, permit or suffer any deviation from the ancient landmark of our order. That I will not administer or cause to be administered any rite or ceremony contrary to or subversive of our ancient institution, but on the contrary, will support, maintain, and uphold, pure and unsullied, the principles and tenets of the craft. That I will, to the utmost of my power, enforce due obedience to those ancient charges and regulations which I have been already given my assent, and will, in all respects, conscientiously discharge my duties as ruler of the craft and master of this lodge. So help me Almighty God, and keep me steadfast in this my solemn obligation, being that of master-elect.
You will salute the volume of the sacred law twice with your lips. Rise, duly obligated master-elect.